Alright, hear me out. You see when me say Mushoku Tensei is like probably like one of the wildest series I've ever watched with some of the stuff that they actually push. Trust me. But it's still fun. Yo, welcome everyone, Sanjae Uchiha. So a few days ago, or at least last week, I did my initial reactions and thoughts on Mushoku Tensei, and here I am at the final, well not the final episode, but the latest episode. The next half of the season is scheduled to premiere or come out in October, I believe, so it's going to be a fun time once that dropped. But until then, this is the latest episode, and honestly, of course I'll be reacting to it and giving my thoughts on the series so far at the end here. But yo, listen, this thing is wild sometimes, brother, honestly, but I'll save it for the end. Anyway, welcome to the channel. Sanjae Uchiha here, friendly neighborhood Uchiha. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. For those of you in Jamaica, of course, happy Emancipation Day. Well, it was yesterday, but we're celebrating it today, so yeah. But yo, respect, shout out to all the new and returners, well, viewers. So yeah, it is what it is. But let's get into this episode and let's see what it has to offer. Respect for tuning in if you're here for the first time, and yeah, let's go. Alright, let's go. Hopefully I don't have any problems. Kind of keeping my eye on OBS over here to make sure it doesn't start overloading or some foolishness. Oh shit, that was the where the mana disaster actually took place. Wait, Jiraiya? But I hear it in the voice. Alright, so that makes sense. Because I was wondering, why isn't Zenith and Paul more involved in terms of what's happening with, you know, what's happening with Rudeus? So it makes sense that they're actually missing. Listen, I'm still waiting for them to explore the fact that this man was actually reincarnated. Like, are we ever going to get, like, novel readers? It's okay if you're watching this, it's okay to spoil me. Do they ever explore the other characters, finding out that Rudeus was actually reincarnated, etc., etc.? Because I think that should be explored. You know, it could be a source of conflict in the story, so a little excitement, I'm just saying. Looking pretty desperate right now. Did you fall? Rudeus. Seriously, dog? Home what? Yo, alright, but not gonna lie. Two things. This show, like, when it gets bloody, it's bloodier than I thought it would be. And then when it comes down to animation and fighting, it's better and much more fluid than I thought it would be. So, like, 2 plus 2 positives, like, no complaints right there, you see me? I mean, it helps that it's seasonal, but yo, trust me, it clean, not gonna lie. Yeah. Yo! Oh. Well, that doesn't sound too healthy. Let's go for some teamwork. Yeah. I suspect Rudy is like Emperor class in Magic now. Yeah. Ooh, shit. Yo. Dog. No, seriously. The amount of strength you'd need to cut something like that. And just be reminded, this girl is like 12 years old, you know. 12. So, it's just ridiculous, honestly. No, sorry. May I have to run the slash there again? Guys, hold on them. Hopefully fair use. See it. No filter. Yeah. 12 years old. I'm just saying. I know she learned from Ghislaine, but still. It's like the music, the tension is swelling. One of Rudeus guy and kill him. Come here, boy. Yeah, Richard, nah, perhaps not, dog. Hydraulical blood viscosity is serious. Whoa, yeah, but yo, but I also think it was a different character a while ago, brother. Like a next super. Yeah. Give that shinobi look. This man ready to sign up for the Ninja Academy, ready for me Hokage. Alright, it's a nice place to end the series, so no. I mean, based on my research, Wikipedia, I hear that the other half of the season was supposed to actually come out from last month, but you know, pandemic, so delays. So we're looking at October. So I'm looking forward to it. This series is really good. I'd highly recommend it. Once all these additional scenes are gone, I'll Rudeus. Alright, so I'll give my more detailed thoughts here. But highly recommend this series. Alright, so post-credit scenes. Set to meet up with Roxy. Oh, so it's not like the next half of the season, it's literally season 2. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, so what can I say? Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. 11 episodes of pure quality, I would say. Fun, enjoyment, laughter, ridiculousness, and wildness. I highly recommend this series, honestly. I mean, beyond it, you know, the good animation, the great art, the ridiculous perverted moments, and the wildness, I enjoy a series like this. Simply because, like, once you, it's kind of like similar to the Demon Slayer effect, I guess. Once the series kind of comes straight forward with like a theme that really plays on human, that you can relate to as a person, you know what I mean? I'm sure everybody in life at some point has kind of wished they've had a fresh start, like, if I could just start over and all that thing, I could kind of, you know, push forward and actually do this and this. But the thing is, when it comes on to starting over, the reality, and I think what's implied by that, you have the knowledge of what you went through before, so you can actually make changes to your, you know, your life when you actually make the first start. But the reality is, there's always going to be hardships that come with living, no matter how you slice and dice it. The problems that you probably experience are the mental blocks that you had in before your first start. You're still gonna have to overcome them in some shape or form, and just overall, there's always going to be some issue when it comes on to, you know, just living. So I guess the message is to just, even though you can't get the first start, at least push forward, start living. There's always going to be challenges and you're gonna have to overcome them. So it's kind of like that kind of theme and kind of feelings I feel like this series is kind of playing with as we kind of watch Rudeus go through, and kind of, you know, especially with this episode, when his way of thinking kind of got those persons killed, and the conflict that kind of arose from it. You know, it's kind of like stuff like that that kind of rings the theme of the series home when it comes on to first starts and what it means to be living, and, you know, that life is always going to be full of challenges, no matter if you have a first start, and you'll have to overcome your personal, you know, limitations either way. So start living from now. That's kind of like what I got from it, besides the whole wildness of the series. But what I will say about the wildness of the series, like, I know, I realize that the culture and everything in this world is different, and I mean, they consider you a man when you turn 15, and, you know, persons generally speaking can have multiple wives and everything. So obviously the culture of this world is way different, but it still takes me way out when they're kind of pushing certain things on Rudeus. And yeah, of course, mentally, you know, if you're going by who he really is, he's like, what, more than 30 years old? But I mean, everybody else doesn't know that. And like, this man's like literally 8 or 10, and this man's like, there's like, yo dog, if you're gonna sleep with her, use protection. I'm like, what, dog? And then like, even with Philip in the previous episodes, it's like doing some wild things to Moses' daughter getting with Rudeus, and it's insane to me, bro. Even when Paul is like, I think the only character that was kind of questioning what they were, you know, pushing on Rudeus was Paul in the earlier episodes. I was like, nah, what am I teaching my son? You know what I mean? So it kind of takes you out of the experience sometimes in a wild way. When they're pushing certain, you know, adult things on Rudeus, and you're still thinking just that this man is just 8, 10, at least in their eye, well, physically and in their eyes. So there's that. So I guess it's kind of like the best term for it would be a culture shock, anime culture shock. Yeah, crazy, I know. So that was wild, dog. Honestly, like, if you watch the series, you know what I'm talking about. So there's that. But in terms of everything else, as I said, pacing, animation, thematic, like pushing that message that they're trying to push, and just the overall fun fact of the series, it's a nice, easy watch, fun to get into. There's lore, there's world building, there's, you know, they're building the system of, in terms of magic, swordsmen, languages. It's a thriving world you can actually get lost into while you're watching. So highly recommend it. Honestly, I'm looking forward to season 2. I'm more than likely, I might just react to every episode of season 2. Well, not might, more than likely. So I'm looking out for it once it starts dropping weekly again. Shit. I'm wondering if I missed out anything in terms of my thoughts here. Apart from just highly recommending it. I don't know what else to say. It's just overall good. I know there's a manga adaptation of the novel, and then there's the, the published novels, and then the original published web novels. So if anybody has experience with the manga novels or the original published web novels, let me know what's the experience like, what to look out for going further into the story. I think one of the things, as I said during the reaction, that I'm personally hoping we get is just more on, the reincarnation of Rudeus, what caused it, and more so the other characters finding out, and that being a somewhat of a source of conflict for the story going forward. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, I think it might be time to move on to another series in the next coming days. So you guys just look out for it. Leave a like, respect if you made it this far in the video. Tell me if you watch Mushoku Tensei, what you thought of it, and if you don't, has my thoughts here gotten you to potentially get interested in checking it out? So it is what it is. So yeah, but anyway, Sanjae, Uchiha, respect for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe, share this video if you enjoy what I had to say, and I'll see you in the next anime reaction.